Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. Today, we're going to explore what happens when new peace needs new protection. And an anonymous envelope shows up at the gate. No shouting, no proof, just silence, and a choice Alex can't outrun. The farm was being repaired, but the pace of life had slowed down. Part of the vegetable garden stayed, not just because Tu Na liked it, because it was where she could breathe. The fish pond edge was lowered, so it was easier to care for, less strain. Henry ran along the bamboo fence with his toy truck. A drill whirred at the bamboo gate. Tu Na flinched, her hand freezing midair. A worker was tightening a small camera, aimed straight at the dirt road in front of the house. Alex's mother stood at the base of the ladder. No rushing, no explanation. Tu Na looked at her. "Do we need that here?" Alex's mother answered, short and measured, like she'd already decided. New peace needs a new layer of protection. Alex stepped out from the house, still smelling like the factory. He looked at the camera, then at Tu Na. "I just want you to be okay," he said. Tu Na nodded. No argument. But when a distant lorry sound carried in from the factory road, her shoulders tightened anyway. Henry looked up too, like he heard what adults didn't say. And right as the last screw was tightened, Tu Na understood this piece was being guarded because a danger no one had named yet was already close. At the acacia wood factory, the line ran smooth, like a promise. At the cassava plant, the rhythm stayed steady. Workers laughed because there were shifts. Alex walked the floor once, reading faces that looked lighter. Then he called the foreman and Lon over. "No one pushes the schedule on their own," Alex said. "Any change that touches land, roads, or the family's daily rhythm needs family approval." They went quiet. Not disagreement, just no one had ever heard a CEO say the word family like a technical condition. Lon nodded. "I'll write it into the process," she said, but her eyes stayed cautious. "The partner's worried about delays," she warned. "They'll push hard." Near noon, emails came back to back. The partner asked directly, "Who has final authority over the site?" They attached a container road layout. A red line ran close to the farm boundary. Alex stared, throat dry. Lon spoke low. "They're setting a trap with the word growth." Then she hesitated and added something that changed the meaning of everything. They also attached photos. Current condition photos. Alex turned fast. "Photos from where?" Lan showed him. In the picture, the bamboo gate. The corner of the vegetable beds. The exact spot where the camera had been installed this morning. Tu Na hadn't told anyone at the company about a camera. Alex's mother hadn't either. Alex stood still. New peace suddenly sounded like an instinctive response, not a choice. That afternoon, Alex came home earlier than usual. Tu Na was watering the garden, slow, careful, like she didn't want the water to splash too hard. Henry slept on her shoulder, his head dipping. Alex's mother sat near the doorway, watching the road without speaking. Alex started to talk about the new rule at the factory. Tu Na spoke first, calm. "Do you feel it?" she asked. "They're not pushing to grow. They're pushing to pull you away from this house." Alex didn't answer right away. And for the first time, he wondered who had been standing outside their fence this morning. Before sunrise the next day, an envelope appeared at the gate. No stamp, no sender name. Placed in the one spot the camera could see clearly. Alex's mother picked it up and set it on the wooden table. Tu Na watched, lips pressed together. No one rushed to open it. Like all of them knew it wasn't good news. Alex stared at the envelope, then tore the edge himself. Inside was a photocopy of the contract terms. The lines about container road and staging area were marked in red, and a small slip of paper printed clean and cold. Don't think stopping is the end? The one who wants you to sign hasn't given up. Tu Na didn't ask who. She just looked at Alex. Alex's mother looked at Alex too, silent and heavy. Alex flipped the pages, searching for a trace. The paper was thicker than normal. It still smelled like fresh office toner. Along the edge, there was a clamp mark, like a meeting room binder. He touched the faint symbol at the bottom. Then he looked at his mother, waiting for her to confirm what he already feared. But she stayed quiet. In the corner of the page was an internal stamp only someone inside the company could access. Inside the wooden house, no one raised their voice. Only the soft tap of a spoon against a bowl. Then silence. Alex spoke first, keeping control. "Maybe they're just applying pressure," his mother answered. "Pressure always has a hand behind it." Tu Na set her bowl down and sat straighter. "I don't want to guess anymore," she said. "I want to know what you're going to do before work pulls you away again." Alex looked at her. He wanted to say, "I'll handle it," but that phrase now sounded like a locked door. "I'll meet them," he said, "but from now on, there's no decision about land without you." Tu Na nodded once. "I'm not against expanding," she said. "I just need you to remember, this house isn't an appendix." Outside, Batang arrived with a basket of greens. She saw the envelope on the table and didn't ask. She glanced at Tu Na's face and understood enough. She set the basket down, poured warm water into the teapot. Her voice was low, few words, heavy weight. "Keep your rhythm." She sat without noise. She didn't join the argument, but her presence pressed on the room like truth. Alex's phone buzzed. Lan calling. Alex looked at the screen and turned the phone face down on the table. A small movement. Alex's mother noticed immediately. "Start again by listening," she said. "Not by answering calls first." Alex exhaled, caught between two worlds. He stepped out to call Lon back so Henry wouldn't hear. His voice stayed short. "No confirmation. No one promises anything for me. If there's a change, tell me before it moves." Lon paused, then said, carefully, "Mai is messaging the partner to keep them confident. She said you only need time because family requirements." Alex went still. "She told them that?" "Yes," Lon said. "It sounds reasonable, but it has a smell." Alex ended the call and came back inside. Tu Na saw his face and didn't need details. She didn't accuse. She just watched. Alex's mother said slowly, "The one pushing you to sign is doing everything in a way that looks reasonable. And you'll stay quiet because you don't want to make a mess." Alex clenched his hand. He didn't deny it, because it was true. Tu Na spoke softly, but clear. "Every night I flinch when I hear lorries in the distance," she said. "I don't want our child growing up with a fear that doesn't have a name." Alex looked at Henry on the floor, smiling at his toy truck. A child who knew nothing about contracts. Only that Mum held him tighter when the sun went down. Alex's mother walked to the gate and checked the camera. She didn't explain. She only said, like a warning, "New peace has to be kept with new discipline." Alex understood. From today, every decision he avoided, would become an opening for someone else to step into. For a few days, Alex kept his word. He came home early. He ate dinner at the table. He didn't let the phone ring inside the house, but at the factory, the air changed. The partner pushed the schedule. The foreman asked quietly, "Night shift still stays, right?" Alex said, "It stays." Then he added, "But we won't push further." Some men looked relieved. Some looked worried. Lan reported, "They want you to sign before you meet. Just 1 page, site confirmation." Alex answered right away, "No." Lan didn't argue. She only asked, "Do I say that? Or do you?" Alex went silent for a beat, then chose, "I will." He knew if he kept letting others speak for him, that envelope would return. And each return would mean another night of Tu Na flinching awake. At the farm, Tu Na looked steadier during the day. At night, she still startled. Henry slept on her shoulder, sometimes breathing out like he'd seen a bad dream. Alex sat beside them, doing nothing except staying. Alex's mother studied the photocopy again. She didn't tell a story. She asked one question. "Do you know where this was printed?" Alex looked at the stamp. He knew, but if he said it, he would have to name someone inside the system, someone whose actions were reasonable on the surface. Alex didn't answer. His silence made Tu Na turn. She didn't blame him. She said it like a hand laid over a bruise. "You're still holding something back," Alex tried. "I'm afraid you'll get tired," he said. Tu Na nodded. "I'm tired of guessing," she replied. Outside, a lorry passed far away. Tu Na's shoulders tightened again. Alex took her hand, not squeezing, just holding. An apology that still didn't have words. Alex's mother watched them, then glanced at the camera at the gate. She didn't say more. But her face said the real battle wasn't the contract. It was whether Alex would stop letting silence do the choosing. Morning arrived like it always did. Birds. Steam from the kettle. Henry's small feet on the wooden floor. Tu Na was already awake. She sat by the window watching the vegetable beds the way you watch someone you love when you're not sure you'll keep them. Alex stepped into the yard. Cool air. Soil still damp from night. His mother stood near the bamboo gate, looking down the road like she could read the day from its dust. "Lan will call," she said. Alex nodded. He didn't answer with, "I'll handle it." He didn't trust that phrase anymore. Right on time, Lan called. "They printed everything," she said. "They want your signature by Friday." Alex closed his eyes for a beat. "What if we ask for revisions?" he asked. Lan hesitated. "I can try," she said, "but Mai's already telling them we're ready. She's trying to keep their confidence." Alex heard what wasn't said. If he waited too long, someone else would control the story for him. He looked back at the house. Tu Na stood in the doorway, not listening openly, not hiding either, just present. A reminder this wasn't his decision alone. Alex said, "Bring it here." Lan's voice tightened. "To the farm?" "Yes," Alex said, "and tell them we'll answer face to face." When the call ended, Alex went inside. Henry was stacking wooden blocks, humming. He looked up and smiled like everything was safe. Alex sat on the floor and helped him place one block on top. The tower wobbled. Henry giggled. Alex steadied it with one finger. Tu Na watched them. She didn't soften it with reassurance. She let the moment stay fragile and real. Alex finally looked up. "No more surprises," he said. Tu Na nodded once. "That's all I'm asking," she replied. Before noon, a car stopped at the gate. Lan got out, holding a folder close, like it could bruise. She didn't walk in smiling. She didn't walk in panicked, just steady. She placed the papers on the table. The signature line waited again. A pen lay on top. Alex didn't reach for it. He looked at Tu Na, then his mother, then through the window at the vegetable beds, at the quiet strip of soil beside them. Lan cleared her throat. "They're on standby," she said. "If you sign today, the first payment hits this week." Alex held the pen. His hand trembled, not from fear of business, but fear of what his family would become after this choice. Tu Na spoke softly. "Don't sign because you're afraid of losing the chance," she said. "Sign because you're willing to carry what it costs." Alex's mother added, calm as a verdict. "Whichever way you choose today," she said, "someone learns how to control you." Alex looked down at the page. The tip hovered over the line, and before it touched, Alex realized the deadline wasn't Friday. It was the moment he decided whether silence would stay the lever that moved his family.